Hello fellow classmates, my name is Sahaya Quick and this is my YouTube video on plagiarism for Mid-American Christian University Program Orientation Class. Plagiarism. Plagiarism is when we are taking the work of another person or individual and we are representing it as it is our own work. Taking credit for other people's work. That's what it is pretty much. And I'll say this. Academic plagiarism should be easier to detect because we are to cite our words, cite our work, cite our information, in-text citing, and then at the end, if we're writing, then we are to do a reference page. And on that reference page, we give the complete and full website and information of where the source of the information that we used and we shared, that we cited. As far as plagiarism in the pulpit, I believe that is maybe a little bit more difficult to try to pinpoint as far as like the audience, because most people, or a majority if not all, go to church to hear the word of God and to hear the sermon. I don't think any of us take into consideration that plagiarism could be displayed during the sermon, that it could be shared. I don't think many of us think of that, and so we don't look to hear it, more than likely. And very rare you probably will have a pastor that says, hey, I'm gonna share a sermon with you guys today that was written by this individual or another individual. But at all costs, to obtain a person's good character, integrity, and you just want to be authentic, you want to be original. So I recommend that anybody in ministry, any pastor, youth counselor, anyone who teaches or shares any type of information, whether it's written or verbal, that you avoid plagiarism at any cost. Whatever it is that you share, teach, that you write, make sure that you take the time to cite and give recognition and acknowledgement to that person, or that source, I should say. Because when you do plagiarism, and when there's plagiarism in the pulpit, then it deprives the congregation of our soul and our spiritual nourishment that we need as Christ followers, that we need to get from the Word of God, that we need in general. And we need that. And I also feel that pulpit plagiarism, it encourages people to be lazy. It does. It says, oh, okay, you don't want to really write too much, or it's overwhelming. Okay, well, let's go ahead over here and get this and combine it and just take credit for it. It's pure laziness, and it's not good. Also, and I wrote it down, I want to say this, and maybe I'm going too far off, but I think that it promotes, or it leaves us vulnerable to false teachings. And I say that because if you are in the pulpit and you are given a sermon and you decide to use other sources, whether it's another sermon from another pastor, preacher, or what have you, or, I mean, you never know where that came from itself. So you could be preaching to us, or the congregation, false teachings, and not even recognize it yourself. And that would not be good. not at all. So I believe that, with all that being said, that plagiarism should be avoided at all costs, especially when you have that authority as a pastor, preacher, or any ministry to try to teach the Word of God, and you are using outside sources and taking the credit for it. It's an absolute no-no. And for Mid-American Christian University, the vision at this school is preparing people to do greatness for God and His kingdom. That cannot be done when plagiarism is being used and accepted. Point blank. So I hope my video was not too bad, but I appreciate your feedback and your comments. And I thank you very much for giving me the time to share my opinion of what plagiarism is, recommendations to prevent or how to avoid plagiarism, and what could be done. So I thank you, and I wish you all a very blessed day and a successful course. God bless.